Question 1. What does the acronym DIAC explicitly stand for in semiconductor physics? The term DIAC stands for diode for alternating current, directly highlighting its operation as a bidirectional semiconductor switch. Question 2. Unlike a traditional diode or thyristor, how many functional terminals does a standard DIAC package possess? A DIAC is strictly a two-terminal electronic component. It lacks a control gate, relying entirely on terminal breakover voltage. Question 3. Because a DIAC is completely bidirectional and symmetric, how are its two-terminal leads typically designated? Since the device operates symmetrically in both directions, the polarities aren't fixed, and leads are simply named anode 1 and anode 2. Question 4. What internal electrical condition must be reached across a DIAC's terminals to force it to transition from blocking to full conduction? A DIAC remains off until the potential difference across its terminals rises past its internal breakover voltage limit, triggering a sudden conduction switch. Question 5. What unique current voltage characteristic behavior occurs immediately after a DIAC triggers past its breakover point? Upon breaking over, the voltage across the DIAC drops abruptly even as current scales upward. This represents a distinct region of negative resistance. Question 6. Around what typical baseline voltage range do most standard commercial DIACs undergo breakover triggering? Standard commercial components, such as the widely deployed DB3 model, are tightly manufactured to break over near 28 to 36 volts. Question 7. What physical component does a DIAC most commonly work in tandem with to create a highly symmetric AC phase control dimmer circuit? DIACs are most frequently used as matching trigger partners placed in series with a TRIAC's gate to ensure symmetrical firing across both halves of an AC wave. Question 8. Why does adding a DIAC to a TRIAC phase control loop drastically minimize asymmetric firing and visible lamp flickering? Because TRIAC gates are inherently asymmetrical, a DIAC forces a precise, equalized voltage breakdown threshold on both halves of the cycle, matching the firing timing. Question 9. In terms of layer structural physics, what is the standard layer composition of a conventional 3-layer DIAC? A basic 3-layer DIAC is essentially a symmetrical PNP or NPN transistor matrix whose center base layer is unattached to any external control lead. Question 10. Once a DIAC has broken over into full conduction, what must happen to the circuit current to turn the device back off? Like all thyristor family switches, the DIAC turns off naturally when the main current path drops below its minimum holding value, such as at an AC0 crossing.